Well, just your thoughts on it being here at Miami and kind of the season that they've had so far to start this off.
It's great to be here. It's a home game for me, so that's even more incentive for me to pull for our show to come here anytime we possibly can. So, and obviously Miami's playing very well right now. Mario Cristobal has these guys playing at a high level, and exciting game tomorrow night at Hard Rock against a rival.
What impresses you with the offense so far with Carson? Just what you've seen so far.
I like the offense because I think they're very balanced. I think that Carson runs the offense extremely well. He fits in Shannon Dawson's scheme very well, and they can run the ball. I believe coming into the season, most people had a question about the receivers. Well, I believe that question was answered in the first game at Hard Rock against Notre Dame. And so the offense is looking very well, right? Looking balanced, and what more can you ask for?
With the receiver, in particular with Malachi, Tony, just what you see with him and his.
I mean, Malachi's a young receiver. He's got off to a great start, and everything I've heard about him has really showed up on tape. I've gone to a lot of Canes practices before the Notre Dame game, so I kind of knew what the expectations were for Malachi Tony, and to see that he exceeded those expectations so far on the field lets me know that that what I saw in practice was legit.
4 years ago, there was a segment on GameDay, and I think you and Kirk talked about it, and it was just the leadership and the direction of the program when Miami and Florida State were both struggling. I don't know if you remember. You guys do a million shows, but a lot of Miami fans kind of credit that conversation with helping kickstart a little bit of what we're seeing today. And obviously, Joe Echeverria is very involved with the program, the president of the university. How crucial is it when leadership is aligned like that to help bring Miami to where it is now from where it was 4 years ago?
I think it's very important that leadership is all on the same page from top to bottom, because what you guys are realizing now is this is a multi-billion-dollar industry, and in order for it to work and for it to be efficient and effective, it works better when leadership, whether it's the president, the AD, and the head coach, are all on the same page.
2 top 25 wins already for Miami. Miami beats Florida on tomorrow night. What more do the Hurricanes have to prove in order to jump one of those 3 teams that are above them in the AP poll?
I don't really know, because first of all, I don't know what the AP poll is right now. I don't pay that much attention to it in September. You know what I mean? I just don't. So all you gotta do is keep winning, right? And everything will fall in place. That's the way. That's my approach. Be a 1-0 team every week. That should be your goal, and then everything that you want will take place for you. I think everything will fall in place. So I have no idea of the AP ranking as far as who's in front of Miami right now. I do like what I see. I think they're a very balanced team, and it's just a matter of them just taking it game by game, not worried about who's in front of them. When you start worrying about things like that, that's when you lose focus on the bigger goal ahead.
From a production standpoint, what's it like in one of these rare instances where game day isn't actually near the field, it's on a different, far-off campus? What is the difference in the operations day-to-day?
Well, I couldn't tell you about the operations. I just show up and do the show, so that's not my department. As long as the fans come out tomorrow morning, that's all I ask for, So, and obviously when we were here, I think it was 2017 when they played Notre Dame, it was one of our, it was just one of the best shows that year. It was just from top to bottom. It was exciting, and we had a great time.
Desmond, what is it that you think the city of Miami brings to college game day being here?
The city of Miami brings here?
The city of Miami.
I think the city of Miami, the nice weather, unless it starts raining, right? We are in hurricane season. We may get a thunderstorm 30 minutes from now, so you would think the nice weather and the energy is his great energy, and that gets people excited.
Des, what do you think the challenges are for I know you touched on it a little bit, Miami moving forward as the season goes? I know you talked about 1-0 mentality, but just maybe offensively and defensively for them to kind of stay on track and have the season that they're hoping?
To stay focused. I mean, it's not rocket science. You got to stay focused. You got to have a great team leadership. You got to keep holding your players accountable and stay focused.
And
What's your favorite part of this entire experience? Is it meeting the fans? Is it being out in the community? Is it seeing how college football has just become this force? I mean, what is your favorite part of Saturday?
My favorite part of Saturday, the games. Watching the games. We're going to have some monster games Saturday afternoon and Saturday night. That's my favorite part. I love it. As far as my favorite part of my job, it's traveling to different campuses, meeting different fan bases, and interacting with the people who also love college football like we do.
With the travel aspect of it, you travel so quickly, everything has to get set up really quickly, taken down. What is that like, being on the road so much and constantly having to not knowing where you're going to go next?
Yeah, that's an excellent question, but again, that's not my department, you know what I mean? Because I don't put the stage up, I don't take it down, that's just not what I do. But you guys should probably ask our crew, because they are the best in the business. Because you're right, I mean, it's like a traveling concert. Big stage, we have multiple stages, we have a Zotron, we got speakers, we got everything. And they do a fantastic job, but the logistics of it, I'm not qualified to discuss. Yeah.
Des, what about Florida, the Gators, where they're at right now with their program and maybe the challenges that they could present Miami?
Yeah, I mean, obviously they're struggling. No one saw this coming, especially the Gators, but they're a dangerous team. Their back's against the wall, and this is a rivalry game. And this is the type of game that makes rivalries special, right? One team is like undefeated right now. They're riding high, and everyone's like cheering for them and pulling for them. And then one team's in the dumps. People saying maybe the coach is on the hot seat. They have no business coming in here winning the game. And then upsets happen. That's why rivalries are special. That's why the Gators, they hate the Canes, and the Canes, they hate the Gators, and the Noles, they hate both of them, and both of them hate the Noles.
Desmond, as a former Heisman winner yourself, what do you think Carson Beck needs to do this season to stay in the Heisman race?
That's a really good question. I think that first and foremost, perform big in the big games. You know, separate yourself from the pack. That's important, and that's what I look at. I look for guys who can perform well on the biggest stage. Yeah.
Week to week, what's your preparation like for the show?
Oh, it's hard to quantify it. It's nonstop. Like, I gotta leave here and go put some tapes together for tomorrow morning. So it's really very difficult to quantify because it's just nonstop. It really is, yeah. But that's a really good question. People have no idea the amount of prep that goes into doing a live 3-hour show. It's an incredible amount of preparation. Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, Desmond, LSU had 12 possessions last week and they punted 8 times.
Yeah.
You know, how do you think Miami's going to be able to move the ball against them?
You know, it's a really good question. So LSU played Florida last week. Obviously, LSU won. The headline coming out of that game was DJ Lagway's 5 interceptions. That's what everybody focused on. But what gets lost is the fact that Florida's defense was incredible. On the road, Death Valley, very difficult place to play at nighttime because their quarterback, Florida's quarterback, threw 5 interceptions. We call that extra possessions for the opponent. And they only scored 13 points offensively. So it lets you know that even through sudden change, Florida's defense kept rising to the occasion. No one focuses on that. They keep talking about the quarterback and his 5 picks.
5 3-and-outs?
Yeah. I mean, it's exactly. And those are the things that we like talk about on game day and things of that nature, because it's much more into the weeds, they say, and just looking at DJ Lagway and his 5 picks and what's wrong with him. The flip side is that defense responded every time their number was called for the most part. Yeah, so far so great. I'm gonna do a tape on it tomorrow. Yeah, I'm gonna do a tape on it. I spoke to Corey Heatherman a couple of days ago, and you know, he's a fantastic defensive coordinator. You know, he was in, you know, the conference that I used to play in, the Big Ten conference. So I understand like his philosophy and what he's trying to do, and so far so good. Like they're fun to watch. They're a lot of fun to watch.
Okay.
Absolutely.
What's your message to the fans on coming out early and showing up to College Game Day tomorrow?
Man, it ain't rocket science. Get y'all ass out here. Hey, it's your opportunity to show the college football world who you guys are and what you're about. We'll see.